All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again. We got Chris Cuomo. Now, we know exactly how Chris Cuomo, I remember when Ice Cube had to get on to him because he started the interview off lying on Ice Cube, and Ice Cube had to check this man. So now we get to this point right here where Chris Cuomo, I'm hearing, is trying to get on to Vivek Ramaswamy about something that he said about Nikki Haley. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. Did he hear what Nikki Haley said about Vivek? And you don't think this man can defend himself and say something back? Like, at this point, it's just getting out of hand, and I don't see how, like, a lot of these TV anchors and stuff, and I heard somebody else say this too, how a lot of these TV anchors be trying to tell people what they should do and what they shouldn't do. How you gonna tell somebody like Vivek what he should do and what he shouldn't do? This is just absolutely ridiculous to me. Now, I want to go ahead and check this out. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody that clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. If you can all do me a favor and please watch the entire video so YouTube can share this video. So make sure you watch the entire video and hit that like button so more people can see my reaction to this. All right. So I definitely want to see exactly like what was said, but I'm hearing from a lot of y'all that wanted me to check this out that Chris Cuomo is trying to get on to Vivek over Nikki Haley. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me that Chris Cuomo's in here taking up for Nikki Haley. Come on, bro. So we definitely going to check it out. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's find out exactly what happened. And let's go.
Ramaswamy, why do you keep going at Nikki Haley?
What?
Why do you think this is going to bear fruit?
Chris, I don't know what you've been smoking, man.
Oh.
You and the rest of the mainstream media. It's laughable. Nikki Haley's been going after me the whole campaign.
Exactly.
First debate, second debate. You know, she's been trailing me for much of the time, but I realize the establishment media has realized that there's a puppet they want to put up. I'm not playing that game. The grassroots of this country know they want a leader who isn't going to send us, our sons and daughters, to go die in foreign wars that racked up $7 trillion in debt. Dick Cheney 2.0 is taking over the GOP. Problem is the Democratic establishment media is now rooting for war, too. I'm the only candidate speaking for a true America First agenda on that debate stage, and I think we're going to be successful.
There you go, Vivek.
Vivek, how are you going to bring people together when you just put together a tapestry of conspiracies? You know that I'm not pitching anything about
Chris,
Nikki Haley.
What are you talking about?
She won't even come on my show.
There's no tapestry.
She won't even come on my show.
Tapestry
what are you
of
talking about that thing?
I'm sure she doesn't.
Hold on a second. I let you put it out there, and now I get to finish smoking, and now I get to answer, which is, this is what the media is doing, is putting up Nikki Haley against me because they know I'm the real deal. Please. She hasn't even been on my show. I'm just watching you get slapped around by her.
And I'm
wondering
what?
The fact of the matter is, Chris, my strategy is calling out the mainstream media like I did to Kristen Welker at the start of that debate. I asked her about the Trump-Russia collusion hoax, told her to look the audience in the eye and apologize to them. Just like I'll tell you, you're part of the mainstream media despite pretending like you're not. Look the audience in the eye and tell them how you covered for your brother. For all that happened.
I'm part of the mainstream media.
Hey, listen. And you play the same games that the rest of the mainstream media does.
Take care of your
doing
family?
it tonight.
That's fine.
You have been covering for your brother. You have been playing a game. You were kicked off there on CNN.
Of course I help my brother. Of course I do.
And you know what? That's been journalistic standards that have now been failed, not just by you, but by every member of the broken political media. So yes, it is going to take an outsider to call it out. And you want to look
everyone in the media is responsible for covering for my brother? See what I'm saying?
90%
you miss
90% of the media is colluding with respect to pushing one answer
Vivek,
on the American public for the origin of COVID-19,
which is what?
To the Hunter Biden laptop story,
what
to now
which
people they decide they want to put up as their puppets to take on Donald Trump.
What does any of that have to do?
That's just the fact of the matter.
Look, Vivek, you can talk a lot.
What it has to do with it is that mainstream media is setting the terms of the actual debates in this country.
Man.
You can talk a lot, but not necessarily be saying anything that's worthwhile.
You would know a lot
Here's
about
my
that, Chris.
Question.
I've been listening to you, and I think that you're a good example of that.
Nikki Haley keeps kicking your ass in these debates.
Oh, my.
Why go
According to
with
the
her?
left-wing media,
Pick
yeah,
someone
That's
else.
a
give me a
lie.
freaking break. You turn on social media.
That's a
Give me a
lie.
freaking break. You turn on social media, you understand. People should watch that debate. I went to New Hampshire. People were laughing at the idea of the mainstream media's coverage of the New York Times columnists and people like you who belong there with one narrative because you have some identity politic vision of what you think a leader of this country should look
Nikki
like.
Haley
When in fact
is
the
my
grassroots
Trojan
of this
horse?
country understand. Well, the fact of the matter is you guys have made a career out of deciding that the America First agenda is not the future of this country. Kick that out of the Republican Party. Put a genteel version that you can control as your little puppet so American politics looks the way you want it to.
There you
and
go,
yes,
Vivek.
many people, you know what? We don't need a Republican Party leader who itself is a wholly owned subsidiary of Boeing, which itself is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Democratic Party, masquerading as a Republican.
Vivek,
So I do
there's a
think
reason
that the real
that she is
swamp
beating you in the
uniparty is a
polls.
problem.
There's a problem
For the last 6 weeks, and before that, it was the next 6 months before that. The fact of the matter is we got one front runner in this race who's 60 points ahead of everybody. That's Donald
That's
Trump,
the
and we should
change
talk
that you
about
gotta
how we're going
figure
to
out.
actually have a different leader. The change I'm going to figure out is
you're
this.
not going to have a
generational
leader if he
divide
wants to be the guy.
in the GOP.
He'll be the guy.
Well,
yeah,
the
but
leader
all
is-
you're doing is playing to the divide, Vivek. You're not bringing anybody
Chris,
together.
I'm not playing to
you're
the
not
divide.
trying to
I'm
bridge
actually
any
playing
gap.
to. Nobody's reaching.
You're
Chris,
playing a
Chris, I don't
baby
know
Trump game.
what the point of your actual interview is if you're not actually interested in getting answers
It's to
to hard
say,
questions.
stop
Here's the
being
answer.
He just
negative
interrupting.
and attacking people and offer something to people
Chris, I'm
that's
not here to-
positive and that promotes something.
I am offering, if across this country, the grassroots of this country, we are offering a vision of what we stand for as Americans. Nobody's reaching young people in this race like I am. I've been to more college campuses than any Republican in the history of our party, bringing in young people in droves. 40% of the 100,000 plus, 150,000 plus donors that have come into this campaign are first-time ever donors to the GOP.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com.
This right here, bro, just got out of hand. I'm like, what the world is Chris talking about, bro? I'm like, what is he talking about? He said that Nikki Haley dogged him out on stage. No, she did not. I really can't see how she even beat Vivek Ramaswamy. I can't even really see how that even happening. But, you know, Chris always just been rude like that, man. Like, that right there is just ridiculous, a lot of the stuff that he was saying. I'm like, hold up. Are you serious, Chris, about what you are saying here? Are you serious? It's like, you know, they'll ask Vivek for an interview, and then they'll turn around and try to dog him out on camera and stuff. Like you can't ask this man a question, and while he giving you an answer, you constantly cutting him off, Chris. He was just constantly cutting Vivek off every time he tried to make a point. He'd keep saying, why you basically hating on Nikki Haley? Why you doing this to Nikki Haley? But yet, not one time did he call out what Nikki Haley was doing to Vivek and the things that she was saying. Remember on the last debate that just passed, she called him a scum. Why didn't he bring that up? Here's the thing. If Nikki Haley can say something about Vivek, Vivek gonna say something back to her. It's competition. So you just can't go to one side and say, well, why did you say this to her? Why did you do this to her? Because, see, a lot of the people on the left didn't like that opening statement that Vivek did. Because if you look at the percentage, everybody had Vivek winning that debate that night. They said, a lot of people even said that his opening statement won the whole debate. And I can guarantee you that it did. It did. So I really just don't get what Chris was trying to do, because if you listen to him, all he was doing was just trying to over talk Vivek. And I don't like those type of dialogues for where a person like that, and that's why it's hard to do interviews with people from the left and stuff and people that think like that. Because you know what I'm saying, like, that's how he think. Like, they ain't gonna let you get anything out. They already have an agenda that they don't like you. So whatever he can say to you, that's what he gonna try to do to try to paint you in a bad light. That's why she kicked that's why you losing to her. Why you keep attacking her. But yeah, I just don't like it when you don't call it on both sides. If you gonna say Vivek did something, say, well, Vivek, she did say this to you, so I get the reason why you said something back. Make it fair. If you look at it, Chris is making this whole thing one-sided. This is ridiculous, man. Come on. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people going to watch this and going to be able to say, you know what, Adogg, you is right, because I don't know what Chris was on, and I was thinking the same thing Vivek said when he was like, what are you smoking, Chris? Have you not watched? Have you not seen what this woman been saying to me the last 3 debates? Did you not hear anything that she said to me and about me? So yet you just gonna call out one side because you have this personal agenda that you don't like me, so you don't really care. You really just overlooking what she said, and you just worried about what I said. So pretty much that's the reason why I was trying to listen. I'm like, okay, let's have a dialogue. Chris, you ask him a question, let the man respond. Vivek get done, then I guess you're gonna ask another question or respond to what he said. But if you look at this interview, Chris was just cutting him off. Every time Vivek, and you can tell because every time Vivek make a point, he'll cut him off. He'll start throwing in insults, or he'll throw in the little cuss word to say, well, that's why she's doing this. That's why she's beating you. Like, this right here was just ridiculous, man. I really don't get it, y'all. But like I said, y'all let me know in the comments section what y'all think about all of this. But I hate these interviews just like that, because y'all know we done did reactions on this channel where we done did interviews, watched like interviews where the dialogue it would be great back and forth. A person asks a question to let that person finish the answer, and then this person come back with what they say, and then this person come back there with what they say. If you look at it, Vivek looking like, well, you know what the use of having a regular dialogue? If he just gonna keep cutting me off, I'm just gonna cut him off. And that's the way it went. Because Vivek don't normally do that, but if you gonna constantly cut him off every time he try to make a point, he gonna cut you off. So it was just crazy, man. You can see the biasness in Chris. This was ridiculous. I can just imagine what some of the people were saying in the comment section. I am a conservative. The fact that the liberals in the comment section and the liberal media are propping up and defending Nikki Haley is all I need to know. Thank you for your transparency. I will not be voting for her. You might not like Ramaswamy, but what he says about the mainstream and social media is spot on. It really is. Haley is definitely not a Republican. He's right. Obviously, Vivek ended Nikki's campaign in the 3rd debate. She was basically speechless. And right here it said that Chris is so bitter you can see the hate in his eyes. Well done, Vivek, for calling out corrupt Cuomo. Cuomo thinks that Haley is slapping Ramaswamy around. That is honestly hilarious. Ramaswamy completely destroyed her and basically everyone in that debate. Exactly. He won that debate that night, so I don't really get what Chris is trying to say. I just don't get it. I really don't. But like I said, y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.